Hey, and welcome back to another Animal Crossing video. Today we're doing a challenge, a Happy Home Redesigner challenge, and with me is ChuyPlays.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, good, good. So, we are going to be designing, or redesigning Flurry's house today. And
Yes.
I already have an idea of how I want Flurry's house because I have lore that I've given Flurry myself. And so I'm kind of interested to see how it turns out just because it's light lore. I haven't thought about it too much, but yeah.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
With her lore, can you give me very quickly a brief Happy Home Designer? Flurry just walked into the Happy Homes, or what is it called in that game? I forget. She just walked in. She wants you to redesign her house for her. What is her theme based on your lore?
Well, that's the fun thing because you can always do your own theme, right? But
but I want to know what she told you.
My theme is she wants a spot for. I'll make it vague because I think it'll be funnier that way. So in her current house, she has a little hamster. Okay, so I'm making a little space for that little extra hamster that's in there.
I love it.
Yeah. So.
So I think
that's pretty vague, right? She's like, I just want a space for my little hamster.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
And I think in Happy Home Designer, that would be exactly what she would say.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's basically the little sentence they give you. They're like, I want a space for my hamster.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. So there we go. All right. So shall we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We have 30 minutes on the clock. Ready and go. I like how I'm running in circles instead of like going into my inventory.
Yeah. What do you like to start with when you do rooms?
I always do the carpet and the wallpaper first, but then I end up changing it later as I get more stuff.
Honestly, same, and I question why I do it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, why did I pick this when I'm just going to change it later?
Yeah, I feel like it's like a good way to kind of like get your brain working a little bit, but not necessarily committing to an entire design. Oh my god, this already looks ridiculous, but that's fine.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to change it up today, and I'm actually going to start by scanning her in. Maybe I need to picture her in this room.
You know, that's a pretty good idea. I don't have the right controller to scan her in yet, so I'll do that afterward.
So I've never seen her in this game, and she's adorable.
She's so cute. I had her on my island very briefly, and that's how I found out about her little hamster friend that she had.
I really love how a lot of the characters look in New Horizons. They're overall just like, they're so much better. There are so many characters that I used to dislike, or not really dislike, but just like have no attachment to. But in this one, I'm just like, yes.
You're like,
this is
so perfect.
I love them.
Even like some of the really like hideous characters don't look as bad. Like Wart Jr. looked so awful in any of the other games, but in this game he actually looks like, yeah, he has his like kind of like bumpy face, but it doesn't look awful. It looks like it fits him more versus the old ones, which just look terrible.
Yeah, I think a lot of them had a nice glow up with the HD textures.
Yeah. Speaking of HD, this is looking pretty good.
I feel like I haven't done anything yet.
I'm kidding. I just placed stuff in the middle of the floor, and that was it.
Oh, that makes sense.
This is harder than I was thinking. I had an idea in my head, and now I'm like, maybe it wasn't as good of an idea as I thought it was.
My idea is slowly changing.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot. I've like gone like 15 minutes in and being like, you know what, I need to change everything, and then done exactly that, and I was like, oh shoot.
Oh goodness, there is not enough room for what I'm trying to move.
I can't even find the little hamsters. I know I have one.
Yeah, there's several of them, I think.
I thought I had one. Oh my god, that might throw a wrench in my entire plan.
You should have them. They've got to be somewhere.
Oh, I found them. I found that they're all right here. I have 4 of them.
So, I've been learning kind of, so it always bothered me that there was a miscellaneous and an other section in basically the top categories, but I learned that the miscellaneous things are like items that you can place on top of other items.
Yeah, which is
and
cool.
Other is everything else. It's the Walgreens of this whole
Walgreens. Or Big Lots, the most random assortment of stuff at Big Lots. Wait, what?
They have a lot of things there.
Oh my gosh, I found, so this is totally off topic, but I found out that Big Lots has my favorite brand of potato chips. That is usually only East Coast, and I usually can never find them. But for some reason, Big Lots had them, and I was like, this is amazing.
I want to try them.
They're so good. They're called Utz.
Utz.
Utz sour cream and onion chips.
Oh, I'm inspired now. All of a sudden, inspiration has struck, and you are going down.
Uh-oh. I don't know. I'm kind of, I'm actually a little bit stuck, so I think I have a plan. And it might be me changing the flooring again.
I feel like most of this is just going to be me digging through all of this inventory to find everything.
That kind of is how it usually starts anyway, so that's fine.
Alright, I have a very important question that needs to be answered very soon, but it's not for you, it's for me. And it's just wondering if certain items can be placed on other certain items. If not, I know what I'm gonna do differently.
I remember one time I was really excited about placing something on top of another thing, and you couldn't place it on top. I was like, why? Why is that a thing? Why would you even give me the option to look like it's doing something?
Do you happen to know what it is? Because Drama the other day messaged me, and she said some things can be placed on things now that couldn't be placed before.
It was a revolving fan.
Oh.
You couldn't place the revolving fan on a table. And I was like, but why?
Interesting. Hers was the wands.
Oh, yeah. She tweeted about that.
Yeah. And then the other thing, I think things like the ocarina wouldn't go on top of stuff. And it was just some small random things. Oh, okay. Finally found what I was looking for here. Alright. I'm going to change direction with the stuff I put out earlier. We've been struck by inspiration here.
This is kind of a hodgepodge, but I love it.
The one thing I really want them to, I guess, add to the game is I would love if you could hang the tools on the walls.
Yeah, that would be so cute. Or how there was mannequins, if they had tool holding shelves or something instead of them just sticking out of the ground. That would be really cute too.
Yeah, the thing I ran into was I was trying to make a workshop in my basement, and then it didn't let me put tools on the walls, and then that whole idea just kind of felt like, oh, I don't really want to do that anymore because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of sad.
I need a
we have to
table.
abandon my first idea.
We are 10 minutes in, sort of. So.
Oh, that's already?
Yeah, 10 minutes have gone by. that happens every time. It's like, oh, that was quick.
So fast. All right, well, we're going to have to make this come together a lot faster than I thought.
Pretty sneaky. Ooh, okay, that's fine.
I hope people watching my screen are already starting to understand what I'm going for here.
It's a masterpiece.
It is a true wonder of the earth.
Mine is looking way different than I was initially thinking I wanted it to look, but it's fine. I just need to find a spot for everything, and I might end up changing the wallpaper again.
Oh, I'm definitely changing the flooring. Maybe the wallpaper, but I think the wallpaper might get a pass here.
Yeah, because there's one area of my house that I want to have a specific look to it, but for some reason it's I don't know if I want that in the entire house. So it's how do I make it? I guess this one could work for now. I need to buy more rugs. I think that's my problem.
That's a very important thing to do. I want to ask you, what kind of student were you in very young school? Because I was kind of the kid who is very annoying for teachers.
Oh, you were kind of a know-it-all?
I don't know if I was a know-it-all. I was just I was smart in how to just be annoying. I was very talkative, I guess. You know.
I mean, you're kind of, I don't mean to like toot your horn and stuff, but you are pretty like knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. Like, you know, you know how to spend the time to find the information you want, right? Like with the other day when we were talking about like how many villagers would be available for making, you know, more amiibo cards, and you were like, oh, I did the math out, and and kind of like had all of this info that was like very available that you just discovered right away, and I was like very impressed by that. So I was like, oh, you probably
I tend to look that stuff up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like kind of fun though too, so it's like nice.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I guess I think of these things and then I'm like, I kind of wonder. Let's take a look. What can happen if we do it? And I was telling my friends the other day, I'm like, I get there's like a lot of people who play Animal Crossing, but the amount of people who like live and breathe it seems a lot lower. And
That's
I feel like I fall
true.
in that category.
The living, breathing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely like a noticeable difference when you see people who just like enjoy the game and like talk about it versus like those who like really get almost too invested in it, like myself and you, where we're just like we like things keep us up at night to figure out like, oh, how would this work, kind of thing.
I think I found a wall that I like. Yeah, and I mean I think that's fun though too. Like, it's pretty fun to just go into a game and just enjoy it in ways that people don't normally enjoy them.
Almost a little obsessive sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's good because then it makes you kind of think out of the box with a lot of things. Like someone like you or me who sees the updates and stuff will be like, oh, this could be used for something like this, and have like some absurd new way of using a certain item. Whereas other people might be like, oh, it's just a whatever. Ooh, I just thought of something for this house.
And you know, the funny thing about it is too, like the big conversation right now is, or it's been a big conversation for a while, really, and it's really just like Animal Crossing burnout. You know, basically a lot of people talking about how like they're kind of done with the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty normal. And this game is very unique in the sense of like previous Animal Crossing games, Nintendo's development team didn't go into releasing each game thinking, oh, we're gonna release things in chunks. You know, they were basically like, oh, it's gotta be just kind of ready. We're not gonna update this later, and it's gonna be done, basically.
Yeah.
And so with this game, it's the very first iteration of Animal Crossing. Is like, I call it a living game, for example. Like, to me, I don't think Animal Crossing was unfinished when it came out, at least New Horizons. I don't think it was unfinished. I think it's more of like a living game where things are going to get added over time, you know? So while it may not have everything that we've had in the past, it can eventually, you know? And so like the approach with this game is kind of keeping it in the conversation a lot longer than other Animal Crossing games have remained in the conversation. So when I think of players talking about burnout and everything, and I'm like, how long have you been playing? Like 4 or 6 months or so.
And that's still a long time.
That's still a really long time, but it's also like, to me, that's when people normally drop off. Like, there aren't a bunch of players out there who play for 2 years.
Right.
And enjoy every minute of it. You know, that's a small category of kids or adults like myself.
Full-grown adults.
Full-grown adults playing this game. So yeah, like hearing people say that they're kind of not having as much fun with the game as before, I'm like, yeah, that's normal. That to me feels like around now is usually when people start to drop off.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Oh, mood lighting.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is with the Switch Pro controllers, but their D-pads are just, they've never been great. And every time I click the right on it, it also kind of slightly clicks up and turns off my lights.
Oh no, that's kind of
Yeah.
obnoxious.
And that's pretty much every Switch Pro controller. Like the D-pads just aren't wonderful.
Yeah, I have like one of those like knockoff. Well, it's not really knockoff because it's quote unquote licensed, but like the themed ones. I have like a Zelda one, and it works most of the time, but sometimes it gets a little finicky. So I feel like any kind of like exterior controller that you would get from really anywhere has like its problems.
Yeah, you know, that's funny. I've gotten some other controllers, and I've never actually minded the like separated buttons as like a D-pad thing. And you know, obviously a lot of people are getting a lot of different Joy-Cons because they drift all the time.
Yeah.
And basically that's the way to fix it. Just buy some new ones.
Just get a brand new thing. Oh, okay. Not the
So-
answer we wanted, but all right.
Yeah, that's not really what we want to do, but it's what we have to do. But yeah, I don't mind a lot of D-pads, but like specifically the Pro controller one, I'm just like, this feels unusable. I can't use this for Tetris.
Oh yeah, especially for competitive games like that.
Yeah, I specifically will choose the Joy-Con over my Pro controller for Tetris. Why is everything so hard to find?
Why is everything so not what I was thinking it would look like? I have an idea. It's a little absurd.
My idea is definitely absurd. I've been there.
There's a little bit of a mashup of colors, but that's okay. Do I have another color? I found like a rug design I liked, but it didn't fit the room color. And now I'm like struggling to find one that's that size, but also matches. I guess that would be the closest.
Oh no. Oh, mistakes have been made.
No. They're definitely not mistakes.
It is when you put something away that you didn't want to put away and then you have to dig for it again.
No. That's fine. That's a benefit
Oh, okay. You're right.
for me.
Okay.
I think the way to fix this is to hide everything on the wall. If I like just cover the wall, it'll look less sus.
I haven't even started touching the walls yet. I've been all over the floor so far.
My walls are really, the whole thing is just really absurd.
Do you happen to know how much time we've got left?
We have about 10 minutes left,
Okay, cool. I can
which
work with that.
which probably is enough time, hopefully.
I can work with that.
Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know if I'll win this or not because of how absurd this is, but I really love how absurd this design has come out. It's like really funny.
I'm really enjoying mine too, actually. I think you'll like it.
God,
Now I'm getting to the good stuff here.
this is so absurd looking. I can't. On a scale of 1 to even, I can't even.
Oh, this is a new idea. Never before done.
Only on, I almost said twitch.tv, and I'm like, wait, this is a YouTube video.
That's the one.
Yeah, I love everything about this house right now.
Just you wait. Once I get to these walls, it's over for you.
I don't know, man. This one's pretty ridiculous looking.
Oh, that's cute. What I love about this place is you can see all the different ways you can customize.
Oh
things.
yeah, that's the best.
I love it. I'm getting to that putting too many things on the floor point.
I mean, that's just the best part. I don't know. All right. Oh, yo. Okay. This one.
Oh, I know what I'm missing.
I need more stuff on the wall. Oh, I keep going into my housewares to get like a bed, and then I keep forgetting that I was going for a bed, and then I just like leave immediately after. Like, wait, no. Are these my only beds? Where are they all? Oh, here they are.
I think this design is not livable, but you'll want to live there.
Okay.
Regardless.
Not livable, but want to live there.
Yep. So one update we definitely need when we get the 2.0 update that's definitely happening, right, Nintendo?
Yeah.
More tables?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just more surfaces in general would be really nice.
Yeah. I want to place things on things. I don't know if you play Ooblets at all.
I
But-
have not played it yet, but I played it at like PAX once.
The latest update for Ooblets had this really wonderful thing that was part of it, and it was basically placing things on things.
Oh.
And it's incredible. The things you can place on other things.
You know, anytime I can place a thing on a thing, I feel like it's a good day.
Yeah, that's all we really need. This is not working.
A little more
Oh,
things
goodness.
in the next 5 minutes. That's, you know, not stressful at all.
Nope. Not stressful at all. 5 minutes and I haven't touched the walls. I'm on a roll here with the floor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This is what we need.
Okay. This can work. It kind of looks like wallpaper.
Yeah, it looks exactly like that.
Yeah. It looks great.
That's fine. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, I love this house so much. It's so weird.
Mine is definitely a house. It's not a... You'll see. Oh, here we go. Walls. Just you wait. It's over for you.
I'm curious if we have like a similar idea,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't think that our ideas would be similar in any way, but like just from the very vague descriptions of what you have been saying, I'm like, oh, maybe we do have the same kind of brainchild about this.
I'm convinced we don't. And
See, that's why I'm like, maybe we do.
part of it is because you mentioned a bed.
Okay. Well,
And,
if it makes you feel better, it's not actually a bed, because I didn't
Oh.
have the bed I wanted.
Okay, well, maybe then. Who knows?
Yeah,
I hope we have very similar designs.
I hope so too, because that would be really funny.
Alright, we gotta organize this. Put some stuff that makes sense on these walls.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I hate it, but I love it. Oh! Okay. Perfect. Sure. We'll just go with that. Oh, actually, do I have a thing that I want? Let me see.
Can't tell if this is even. Oh, it's not.
Oh, we have like 1 minute left.
Okay.
Panic!
What else can we do here? Oh, definitely need one of these. And one of these. Maybe it matches too much what's already there. Ooh, this too. Okay,
Okay, this isn't what I wanted, but I'll put it here anyway.
good idea. Good idea.
And... Oh,
No?
not yet. Not yet. I'm like checking the clock.
Uh,
Okay.
is that it?
Oh, it's it. Oh no. Okay. I don't think I had the thing I wanted anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are. And you may notice that there's a very cozy when you face this way, there's a nice cozy little living space. She has her kitchen with her rice cooker. She has like a nice little study desk with some curious things on the wall, scribblings on the wall, and some experimental stuff. But there's also this strange room back here. Oh, am I stuck? I might be stuck.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
pretty
I don't
stuck.
think I've ever gotten stuck like that before. Hold on. Ah! How did this happen? There's this interesting little experiment room over here, right?
Mhm.
Where she has some tools, some curious chemicals, you know? Lots of experimenting. A nice low table because she's really short.
Mhm.
And, you know, just kind of an interesting assortment of stuff. But it turns out Flurry is actually behind those cute little eyes, she's a mad scientist. And she has discovered how to clone herself by making bunches of little hamsters. So slowly over time, she's creating some hamster villagers to be
Her own Flurry army.
Yeah. Obviously, sometimes there's a little bit of discoloration between the hamsters, but if anything, it just adds a nice variety of them. But yeah, and so the reason why I have this lore for her is in her actual house, she has a tiny hamster that looks exactly like her. It's a little white one. And she also plays KK Dirge, which is kind of creepy. And so I had gifted her this set at the time, and it fit perfectly. She put it up immediately, and usually they don't put the furniture, but she put up the furniture, and it was right next to the hamster cage. And I was like, well, that confirms it. She's actually an evil scientist.
That's amazing.
So yeah, she has like this hidden, like the walls are kind of covered, so you don't really notice
The servers.
the servers.
Yeah.
You know, it just looks sort of like a normal house, but when you get behind the scenes a little bit, it's a little bit weird and kind of creepy.
Yeah, look, we definitely went a different direction with this. But I love yours. It's so cool.
So yeah, she's doing her own stuff, but I love the idea of her cloning herself and just like having a bajillion little hamsters. Like she's actually the root of possibly the
All
hamster
hamsters.
villagers in the game.
Yeah. She's the root of all hamsters.
Yeah, she's basically all of them. If you think about it, if she cloned herself, you know, you look in those eyes and you're like, yeah, she's like, I am the reason hamsters exist.
That's great. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, so that is my
You know, she must be mass producing them, so
right.
Next Cranny can sell just tons and tons of hamsters.
Right. Like, why would they sell hamsters if they... Like, where do they all come from? If hamsters have evolved to something like Flurry, that means that they have to be producing the non-evolved versions. Or these ones will potentially evolve into hamsters like Flurry.
I love it.
And, of course, she has her cute little kitchen with snacks.
Always.
You gotta be able to host people.
If you don't have snacks, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, and that is, mine.
All right. Well, here
Aw.
is her room. She is a little hamster school teacher.
Aww.
So here are all the student hamsters. They've got their books, their little sea monkeys and everything. But yeah, just made her a little schoolhouse so she can teach her children how to count and spell.
That's actually like the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. It goes from being like really creepy to like super wholesome.
Yeah, so we've got all these little toys for them to play with. They can slide down the slide whenever, but you know, reading is important, so I got plenty of books for these little hamsters, and today they're learning music.
Cute. Oh my gosh, I actually love this.
At first, you should have seen her without the chair. She could barely peek over
Oh.
this little thing, and I was like, I love it, but I also think I need to give her a little
Something.
chair.
Oh, I kind of like the idea of her being a school teacher instead of a mad scientist. But I'm so stuck on that experience of seeing her house for the first time and being creeped out by KK Dirge, the creepy music, and seeing a tiny version of herself that is just like... I love it, though. It's really good.
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to dress her up as a little school teacher, but I think, you know, her base outfit was already pretty good.
Yeah, that one actually works pretty well for it, so...
Mm-hmm. And we've got the butterfly book here, too.
Aww.
As well as a pop-up dinosaur book. Very important.
I love that. What a decision. All right, well, is there anything, like, what's your favorite part of the room, would you say?
I think my favorite part's definitely just this giant bear that's
Yeah?
sitting here.
It's hard to fit that bear usually, but it works really well.
Yeah, they're actually the principal of the school.
Oh.
So they're in here making sure the lessons are going well with this teacher. She, you know, Flurry, she kind of has a bad streak from her past life of cloning herself, but
This is like a success story.
yeah, this is her success story timeline.
Well, I think that's just excellent. So, I guess we can let everyone else decide whose their favorite was. Do you like the lore of Flurry being a mad scientist or her being a precious little school teacher? I kind of like the idea of both, but let us know who probably did the better job. And if you want to check out Chuy, he is all over the place. He's on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter. You're on Instagram too, I believe.
Yeah, Yeah.
He has a
pretty much all over the
Patreon.
place.
All of those links will be in the description. But Chewy, thank you so much for joining me on this little Happy Home Redesigner challenge.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been really excited to do this.
Yeah, and if you ever want to do it again, like, let me know anytime.
Yeah. Also, real quickly, I hope you connected the dots when I was asking you what kind of student you were.
Oh, did I ever answer that question?
I don't think you did.
Oops. How did I get distracted? Okay, so to answer that question before we go. I was the kind of student that was very quiet, usually in the back of the room, and I would doodle all the time. I was always drawing in my notebooks. And I also did my homework right before class, but I usually got A's and B's like all the time. So, procrastinator doodler, Kuri.
I love it.
Yeah, thank you again, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye!